Okay, sure. RadioDR.co.za.
Wathinda banga sokufa safa saphenduka saphenduka nje bovu wathinda modo bo wathinda modo
What's up, everybody? It is your girl Minnie 2C, and you are tuned into RadioDR.co.za. What's up, everybody? You are now tuned into Monday Mayhem with your girl Minnie 2C, and of course, I do not go alone. I do go with CeeLo. How are you doing, CeeLo?
I'm alright, Minnie. How are you?
I'm actually okay. You know what? I can't look at you the same because I saw your profile picture on WhatsApp.
my Chazelle brother's profile picture.
I actually want to post that up, and I will definitely do that. Welcome to Monday Mayhem. It is a brand new week, and I am so glad it is a brand new week because damn, last week was really hectic in South Africa.
Hey, we wouldn't see it.
It was shaking. The whole country was like shaking. It was really sad, but we will be talking about that rather throughout the show. But today we are discussing helpers within our households, like your experience with your helper. How was your relationship with your helper? Did you have a bond? Because there are those helpers, that you create a bond with, and they become more of family than them being a helper. So I want you to share those comments, and you can go on our website on www.radiodr.co.za. I am looking forward to hearing your comments about that. And speaking about topics, last week we spoke about black tags. People were chesting. People came to me and they were like, hey, Minnie, this is a touchy topic. And I was like, damn, guys. Like, I'm talking about young people my age, and I'm at last borns. I'm like, what do last borns know about black tags? What is black tags to you, last born?
You're not you're very one of the very few privileged last borns.
I mean, no, there are a lot of lost borns that don't know what black tax is. They think bank bread is black tax. Come on now.
It's a form of black tax. It's like
nice,
a young Betsinyana.
It's
a tax that you pay on this sinkwa.
Not do anything and not contribute in any way. Go
you
get
didn't choose to be
house.
born.
Wow, people still say that. I'm actually shocked.
Yes.
So thank you so much for interacting with us and telling us your side of the story, and it was very interesting to hear people's comments, and I do look forward to hearing people's comments with this topic. So anyway, the show continues right here on Monday Mayhem, and I do go by the name of Minnie 2C, and I'm looking forward to having fun with you.
Sure, that one Soweto boy is P.R.O. Not back, I've been here in Big E, I see what I feel. Donkey sign, alright, donkey sign. Throw your hands in the air, para mi seganche. As it pop. ngoba bohleva basekasi mabahamba benza fire pop 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 pop. Girls on the dance floor moving that waistline and it's pop 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 pop. Motherfucker, you know what that means. You know what to do, sure. You don't know what this means. Go with the flow till I'm gold with 16s. It's hard abuse, call me old with 16s. Bentley price scope till it goes for big screens. Yes, I'm watching heart and I'm wondering since then. Maybe I've gone deaf or I haven't been listening. Maybe I was disturbed by your chick when she screamed. Don't wanna need the curve in that whip with big rims too. Give me by me, don't with the switch, man. It's not a move, I'm trying to move to the beach, man. In the Bansabi vibe, but you wanna be rich, man. Ufunika the holy God and handle you, man. Is that too much to ask for? Just as a wish, man. I don't give a fuck if you do. So who's the bitch, man? What's each one? Teach one, each man. This one is a snitch one. Who's over rich one? So which one? Pop, 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 pop. Throw your hands in the air, phakamise kanje. Azithi pop, 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 pop. Ngoba bohleva basekasi mabahamba benza fire pop, 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 pop. Girls on the dance floor moving that waistline. What you better pop, 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 I lost my booga. Motherfucker, my flow is you know what. Bawabona ngoba dubula, dubula, dubula. Umekasi ngifuna inyugula, kuchuza khumula. Okwamanje kusho isigubula, sukuma, shukuma. Kuzoshuba mangabhuzuka ngikhushumba ngifungumanya ngitshela you. Nas, choose God if you hot, if you hot, take your shoes off and pull up. I'll pull up, play a new spot with 2 o'clock, with 2 clocks, get secured up with 2 cups. Tell what you nuts, then you're gonna up. I got 2 ducks, I must be my 2 pops. And let the 2 bucks, even if it's for $2. And if you suck, you might taste the 2 bucks. I'm too hot, you not your girl, 2 bucks. Unabanyizo lahle, manga jela 2 bucks. Coming in full force just to prove you fools lost. I might improve yours, so we jump on this new ball. Pop, 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 pop. Throw your hands in the air, phakamise kanje. Azithi pop, 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 pop. Ngoba bomshoza basekasi mabahamba benza fire pop, 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 pop. And my pedals are on the floor, moving that waistline, and it's pop, 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 pop. And simple, I'm a pro inks, I know what to do. To see some sums and some accounts. So if you feel like waddling bounce. Eba kuphila babahamba nam, let's bounce. Emawushaya ngesigubhu sami, drop. To all the groups abasishaya ngama-pro inputs. Sengisho nalaba abakhule ngebhiya neloose. Ngoba i-culture yaselokishini is part of your roots. Bathi thina senza kakhulu kanti abazi satuts. Bebasibiza ngamaphanga masafaka ama-boots. Athi sibanqamlela isiporo kumele kugubuthi i-goods. Bakhumbuze futhi balahlila sibahudule futhi. Sibahypnotize njengecobra masoyifuthela iflute. Sibakhuthuza inyo baphapha meseqhumuka ibrute. Ngisho amamashwe nashaya indesheni rapper salute. Awufuna ubona sintshe ikhala njenge-cable kas-juice. Shopela ikhanda njengefuthe eyawuphepha ngagutsa. Ngithi ba 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 ba. Throw your hands in the air, phakamise kanje. Azithi ba 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 ba. Ngoba bohleva basekasi mabahamba benzani baya ba 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 ba. Girls on the dance floor moving that waistline and it's ba 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 ba. Motherfucker, my pro inks, you know what to do. Sure. Thola lelo thing ubambe. Dlala leyo track ubambe. Ngongagcwali ngami showcase uphinde ubambe. Ngoba ngifile seninoke feel. You know, this is it, PRO. Up in this. And just in case you're wondering who's on the beats, you'll never believe, boy. Nganyazaba, Ivy League, baba. TS, and that's for life, baba. Ah.
uma ngingena esibhedlela mina ngiyofuna usizo lwempilo yami bafike bethi hamba baba kawunalutho uma ngingena emtholampilo mina ngiyofuna usizo lwempilo yami bafike bethi hamba baba kawunalutho ngomoya wami ngempilo yami angitshele nobuhle wami wena ngithandana nawe wangibhanqa nabangaki na kawutshele angitshele nomusa wami wena ngithandana nawe wangibhanqa nabangaki na ngithi kawutshele bangamele ukuthi ningibhanqe nabantu abaningi ngoba nami niyazi kulo mhlaba kunezifo kwakumele ngithande mina ngedwa bangamele ukuthi ningibhanqe nabantu abaningi ngoba nami niyazi kulo mhlaba kunezifo kwakumele ngithande mina ngedwa angitshele sindisiwe wami wena ngoba ngihlala nawe endlini bangaki na ongibhanqe nabo
What's up, everybody? It is your girl Minnie 2C, and you are tuned into radiodr.co.za.
It's legendary. Oh, wait. Senzenga konywa ngakithi. Senzenga konywa ngakithi. Senzenga konywa ngakithi. ngiyocaca naye haya haya mina ngiyoshada naye mina ngiyocaca naye haya haya mina ngiyoshada naye mina ngiyocaca naye haya haya mina ngiyoshada naye mina ngiyocaca naye haya haya mina ngiyoshada naye senzenga konywa ngakithi senzenga konywa ngakithi senzenga konywa ngakithi senzenga konywa ngakithi ungaqonywa senzenga konywa ngakithi senzenga konywa ngakithi ungaqonywa senzenga konywa ngakithi senzenga konywa ngakithi ungaqonywa isiphelile iminyaka bengibuza emakhaya bengibuza ngawe simbona nini umakoti okhulekani bazali okhulekani bomama usendleleni umama usendleleni umfazi uzovusa umuzi uzovusa umuzi uzovusa umuzi uzovusa umuzi haya senzenga konywa ngakithi senzenga konywa ngakithi senzenga konywa ngakithi senzenga konywa ngakithi ungaqonywa senzenga konywa ngakithi senzenga konywa ngakithi ungaqonywa senzenga konywa ngakithi senzenga konywa ngakithi ungaqonywa ungaqonywa mama ungaqonywa mama ungaqonywa mama ungaqonywa mama.
Welcome back to Monday Mayhem. I just played you a double play of throwback music, and that song that's just played right now was my favorite song. That is my jam.
Okay, Model C.
What do you mean? I'm not Model C. Like, you know, if you want me to listen,
You're from Caversham. Listen to the name, Caversham.
Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter.
It's a very swanky neighborhood.
It really doesn't matter. I still like, you know, I have a type of what you call this, maskandi. I have a type, and it's you know the color. Yeah.
Wow.
Listen, this song will forever be my song. This song better play at my wedding. Do I actually really want that song to play at my wedding?
Episode 15, and you still surprise me.
But anyway, before that was Upro Kid with Bounce, and Moonchild would change your mind. R.I.P. to Pro Kid. Anyway, we are speaking about helpers, your experience, and your relationship with your helper. Tell me about yours, CeeLo. I want to know.
What? Why are we starting with me?
Because I'm just interested to hear.
I had like a bunch of helpers growing up, but then there was a period where we didn't. So like, I was like, alright, whatever. I'm a spoiled little black kid, you know, living my life, playing PlayStation, never cleaning. So like, this is why my place is mostly always a mess, because you know I grew up in the comfort of Song Tandai, or a bunch of them, or they love my parents, but one of the two. So, but later on, before I think I went off to college, we had Usis who stayed the longest, I think. I can remember she was from like Mozambique. And Ulinda, Columbus Portuguese. And she was pretty cool. We hired her sister or her cousin or something before we hired her, and then her cousin got into like an accident where she got burns, and then she's like, no, I'm gonna send my cousin. When the cousin got healed, the way Linda cleaned so good, my dad is like, hey, tell your cousin I usi rights in the gao, and then that's how we got Linda, because Linda did a flipping job, the most amazing ever. Hey, Linda, but
so now she took her cousin's job.
Yeah. I'll tell you how it ended, because she's no longer working for us. Okay. So then she just stayed, and like everybody loved her. Like I loved her. I think I even bought her a phone at some stage. When
that's pretty cool.
Put this in my phone again. What's up? I check. It's like an old ass Nokia. That's us. Then what's up? I say for the Nokia. And then I went to get her like a little 400 rand phone. I bought just so she could WhatsApp her family back home in Mozambique.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So that's how cool and tight we were, because she hid my secrets, bro. You need that in Usis, yeah, bro. She gotta hide your secrets, yeah, bro. You gotta bring a girl over. She gotta look the other way.
Oh wow, what are you trying to promote?
I'm not trying to promote it. I'm trying to promote loyalty.
Oh wow.
Sadly, she fell ill like a year or two ago, and she had to go back home to go like heal herself and stuff.
Yeah.
Then her cousin came.
No, why originally?
No, it was another cousin.
Oh, okay.
At least we keep it in the family.
Yeah. I mean, the money rotates within the family of Linda.
Yeah, and shout out to Tando, T-Bag, T-Bag. Like, she's amazing as well. She's like the original OG, I think.
Why she hooked up the helpers or what?
Yeah. She was original, yeah, but and then after that there was Uzama. I think I know most of T-Bag. I don't know the current one, but I know most of T-Bag's.
How many times has he changed his helper?
But it's all from the same family. We keep it in the family.
Okay,
you know?
that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool, because I know with like other people, it's also like that. Uti, we've had you for so long, and so now we want your kids. If your kids, want a job, then they come to the family and help out. But I mean, with my experience of helpers, yes, they were funny. We've never had like a loyal helper.
Really?
Because they always bullshit us.
You need to get them and find them via word of mouth.
It's very hard, though.
That's the thing. Don't you speak to your neighbors?
No, they don't have helpers.
Really?
Well, even where I used to live.
Caversham.
I mean,
she's the Lonnie house. So
whatever. Guys, I haven't had a helper in such a long time, actually. Gabe. No.
Really?
It's literally just me and my mom. My sister lives with us now, and she's about to leave.
Really?
So even in the flat, it was me, my mom, and my brother. So we had helpers, and my mom was telling me a story. It was this one time we had one helper, and one day one fika edlala computer ekhaya, and my mom just didn't say anything. She went to her room, and then the helper came and was like, "Sing your ham," and she never came back because she knows what she did was wrong. And then we had.
What's wrong about using the computer?
You're not cleaning though. That's the thing. You're not doing.
Was she not done cleaning?
No, like she was lazy AF.
Oh.
It's someone my mom knew, and she was just trying to help out, yabo, and stuff. And then we had another one. She stole my hairpiece. And then we had another one that stole money. And bruh,
you guys just had bad luck with.
Yeah, I think that's when my mom decided, you know what? Let's just not have helpers. And obviously, because
did you never have a foreign
no,
helper?
we've never. I don't recall having one. Maybe we might have had.
Maybe that's it. Because Uma phone. Abase look, she should rather prefer my figure from my farm.
Because by George.
Besides, but clever. Like, because it's like, okay, I do this job, but then I can make a little bit more money. Very rich. So it's like, nah. It's like them rural folk, bro. They got morals.
Yeah, true. And this one friend of mine also, they had a helper. Every time everything is she would steal those clothes and one day she decided, you know what? I'm now leaving. She left with their clothes.
Oh.
Zonke. Oh my gosh, the mother was so angry. The father was just like, say, how are we going to fetch her? They went to her house. They took her phone. And they were like, if she doesn't bring these things back, then we're keeping this phone forever. She never came back to take her phone. She was like, I don't care. And she kept that phone. She really didn't care. She was
Y'all got
like,
some really... I grew up in a nice neighborhood. I ain't heard no horror stories like that.
wow, but most people actually have horror stories when it comes to helpers.
I'm keen to hear. I only have nice things to say about
That's why people should share with us. So if you do have a story, head over to our website, www.radiodr.co.za/MondayMayhem. And right about now, I'm going to play a song by Uobrikwana with Oing Oing Oing. Yes, that's...
Hey, it's about that time. It's party time from the Culture Swan on radiodr.co.za.
Whoa, in this angizokutengela ibhanoyi angizokutengela ibhanoyi angizokutengela ibhanoyi my love angizokutengela ibhanoyi my love angizokutengela ibhanoyi my love angizokutengela ibhanoyi wena ungowami nabaphansi sebevumile awungithi sekulojiwe ikhanda livele lidume uma ungeke duze ismail samsaziwa kuwe wesithathe my love you osebethamile baningi bethi sohlukana kodwa lento yenzekile obathu baby ungidlisile kanti abazukuthi mina ngisemathandweni wowindizamshini baby angizokutengela sandla sami angizokutengela ibhanoyi my love angizokutengela ibhanoyi my love angizokutengela ibhanoyi my love angizokutengela ibhanoyi my love ufike empilweni yami nibethe bemi izinto zazingcono malamba nuvukile futhi ukusandawana dali into ebidale ngiyokuthanda ngiyoza ngivele gale inhliziyo ishaya kancane mangiziphimbo lwakho sandwa ngikhathale ngiyohlala ngingowakho wowindizamshini dali angizokutengela ibhanoyi my love 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 awunoma bengathini wena ungowami awunoma bengathini wena ungowami wowindizamshini my love angizokutengela phambi kwakho ngizifuna kuwe bayangibuza bathi senza kanjani ngikuthemba kanjani ngibatshela ngithi ngangutela kumdali ngeke ngilale ngize ngithumele inkomo kini ngeke ngilale ngize ngithuma umalume kini mina nawe sohlukaniswa zindlela ezikude uzumgcina umuntu wami ndaba ezikude uzumgcina ubambo lwami ndaba ezikude uzumgcina ibunju lami boza kimi njalo uhlale nami sihlale sobabili uhlale nami ungezwa ngabo njalo hey balobona yimi nawe babe I'm gonna make you feel the same till eternity ngiyazi uzobuya baby ngiyazi uzobuya baby kusela shona malanga kini kusela shona malanga kini kusela shona malanga kini kusela shona malanga kini amezikude uzumgcina umuntu wami ndaba ezikude uzumgcina ubambo lwami ndaba ezikude uzumgcina ibunju lami
Okay, sure. RadioDR.co.za.
Kamanditi so fast lahlande swase sihlukane uthando lwethu ntombi uqina njengesamente kuyalunga ngale ndaba yebo wamalume bami masanazo kuyalunga ngale ndaba yebo Uma sambe kama nithi sofasilahlande sosesihlukane uthando lwethu ntombi qina njengesambende
And before that was Black Diamond with Ibanoi, and that song that I failed to pronounce, it was actually Ngakonyo. I actually read it like I was like, stop it.
Caversham.
Stop it.
Caversham.
Stop it. I don't like it when people tell me that Mazulu sucks, because Mazulu is actually
the only thing you can do is make it get better.
Make it get better.
Make it get better, like I said, kid.
I feel like it's better. I remember this one time. You know, when I decided I cannot have myself not knowing isiZulu properly, was when I was in grade 6, if I'm not mistaken, and we had a test. So I took the test back home and I showed my mom, and there was one thing that I got wrong, and my sister and brother, they laughed at me so much. I was just so embarrassed. It was something to do with Indishi, and I flopped a sentence and they laughed at me so much. I was just so embarrassed. I felt like, wow, I'm being bashed.
Funny enough, that recently happened. We didn't know what a word meant at work. And we've got a translator at work, a Zulu translator, so we go to her and we call her into our office. We're like, yo, what does this word mean? It's adazi. This said about copies on DJ. Wasi Dagaza, was Taylor, was Dagaza all the way back to her desk. Yeah, well, I'm like, this girl, I was like, this is not on. Sam, you are a resident Zulu man. Why didn't you know this? Because I mean, I'm like the Durbanite, and then there's a Zulu man who's like from an hour out of Durban.
Oh, okay.
So he's so
sometimes you just feel like you're under pressure and it just doesn't come. Like, yeah, no, I think gone are the days where we are like okay with not being able to speak our mother tongue or knowing our mother tongue.
Embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. I think when you're young, it's not as embarrassing, but when you grow older, it's just like, whoa.
What were you doing when you were growing up? We were doing this.
Wow, Celia, you gotta kill me. You're always trying to kill me anyway.
The best medicine.
Oh wow, no, not like this. You can't be choking. I know the
getting
best
rid of that
medicine
virus.
Stop it. But anyway, we are heading over to our triple threat, and our triple threat today is DJ Lag, the international Pantula.
What's up, Lag? What's it on?
Lalela, Ulag, mina ngimazi from way back when we were still in high school, actually.
Really?
Because in high school we had these these events where I knew Junior Doroka or Junior Bree from there, because they'd come to our school and they'd perform and whatnot. We had like an annual thing.
Yeah.
And so that's where that's how I knew Uleg. And yeah, and he dated my friend, so I was just like, and yeah, so I've known Uleg for quite some time, and recently, so we were like, yes,
reunited.
That's the word I was looking for.
I
not
know.
really,
I got you.
Not really nice, because we weren't mates like that. Thank you, CeeLo. What would I do without you?
You probably not have a show.
Oh, I would have this damn show, my nigga. But anyway, our triple threat today is Uleg. Uleg is a home producer, and he also has his own music. And he recently worked with Beyonce. Like, come on now, stand up for the kid.
He's
doing quite well for himself, actually, and he's been traveling internationally, and people love his music, because I always look at his stories on Instagram, and people are just
it's almost like he's more famous outside the country now.
Yes, it's not even like,
which is
that's
crazy.
That's how it is, actually.
Which is crazy. He's one of the guys who really push like outside the country as well. Yeah, it's been really cool to watch.
And the thing is, he's also very humble. That's the one thing I really like about him. I don't think EHL or anything like that will thinks he's the shit. I mean, he is the shit, but sometimes you just need to humble yourself. I think he gets the concept of humble yourself. But anyway, we are going to play you Ice Drop, Ichiga, and Portland by DJ Lag.
What's up, everybody? It is your girl Minnie 2C, and you are tuned into Radio DR on Theo.City.
socials and see what has been happening. So basically, what we're going to be talking about is things that were happening last week, because obviously it is a Monday and we don't have a show from Tuesday up until today. So on 2_T Uti, what if this pinky person that girls were scared of in primary was actually a name created by a young girl who was raped in a school but never had the courage to tell anyone? Instead, she came up with the name to scare and alert other girls to never enter toilets alone.
What my problem with the whole of social media, the whole of last week, is that people are coming up with what ifs. People are sidelining the main topic. People are talking shit. People are being dumb. We're not being progressive. We're not coming with solutions. We talk about the solutions, then we fight each other. That's the saddening thing about this. Like, that's not gonna help anybody. Going back and trying to align it with your issue is not gonna help anybody. Like, why would you tweet that in such a serious week? Do you see my problem with it?
I see what you're saying, but sometimes it's always better to address a problem first before having a solution. So that's how people heal.
I know, but like, this problem has been around South Africa, maybe not in the mainstream conversation, but every South African knew this has been a problem. The week before this whole thing happened, we were told by a third-party company that did a survey that said South Africa is the most unsafest place for a solo female traveler. What are we tweeting the whole of last week? Oh, South Africa is unsafe for women. We know that. It was a main headline. Like, you're not helping the problem. Like, come with the solution. Yes, we need to mourn. Yes, we need to make awareness.
I hear you. People probably do come up with solutions. But now, who do we tell? Because even our own president hasn't come up with the solution.
That's part of the solution. It's like, okay, part of the problem, is that we don't know who to speak to. If we're being progressive bunch of South Africans, good South Africans at that, we want to find out, okay, the police station is the police officers are messing up this rape thing. Let's speak to the police commissioner. Let's speak to the minister of police. We need to go through these formal channels first,
but
then pressure them.
It's
you have to play the system to change the system. If we as a million young kids send a police minister a letter publicly, then a month later ask him, what are you doing about this? Then a month later ask him what has been done. Then it takes a lot of effort, but that's how you do it.
Have you done it?
I'm not gonna do it. I'm doing other things to fight like other problems in the world.
I don't know, man, but Jay, I feel like this whole Nene thing, it like, everyone has a breaking point.
Yeah.
And that was a breaking point for everyone.
For the mainstream culture, yes, it bubbled it and took it as like I said, an individual problem that we're aware of as individuals, and brought it to where society is now speaking about it as a whole, as we're like able sinengingala, and we all knew the government people are corrupt. The guy was hired with a criminal record. We all know the police services.
What criminal record was it?
I think robbery, and when they went to his house, they found his wife murdered in his backyard as well. So,
and 3 other kids.
Is that not a different story? I don't know.
No, it's the same. It's the same person. It's the same person.
Yeah. So Yabona. So like, how does that person who's been to jail end up working for a government? Like, naturally, it's like they're dealing with parcels. Mutune robbery. You're dealing with people's sacred parcels. Like, why is that person allowed? So I've already mentioned 2 problems: the police, the post office. Unfortunately, for this comes like this, the social issue we're in now comes because all of these things have been broken individually, but together they create this problem. People are not going to jail. We need to sort out the court system. There's backlog. Yeah, well, these are all individual things that need to be fixed before we can get to where we want to go.
I feel like it's gonna be really hard because
it's going to be hard.
It's the police also that are corrupt.
Yes.
And we don't really have much power because people are greedy.
We
at the
do
end of
have
the
power,
day,
but we only have power mesihlangene. Ilento ehlulayo manje. Ukuhlangana.
abantu bahlangene silo.
They not.
Abantu are doing things on socials.
If you look
You're
at the
telling me ukuthi uBheki Cele is not seeing what's happening on the socials.
seen.
He sees, but they're not doing anything still. The problem first needs to be sorted lapha kwama police stations. They need to be told ukuthi you take a bribe, you're going to suffer the consequence. They need to have things in place in order to correct their people, their workers. Because it's their workers with the problem. So we can't really do anything. You're not going to be like,
that's not
don't
true.
take the bribe as a citizen.
I know politicians. That's if you were serious about it, you start with them, then you realize, okay, these guys aren't helping, or if they aren't, what they will do is let's start that process of the letters of getting things done. You have to, there's out of this whole week, there hasn't been a single NGO, NPO about started so that you could facilitate these things, have a plan of action. Okay, we are a woman against bad policing, for bad policing against sexual assault, and then you go out, you write a letter, and you chase that topic. They make you run around. That's part of it. That's part of activism.
At the end of the day, you're still dependent on someone.
You are,
and that someone is the government. If the government is not willing to,
but the government works for you. That's what you don't understand.
Look at it that way?
No, they don't.
Exactly.
But that's as people. We need to remind them of that. I do not have the admin skills to do what I'm saying we need to do. I do not have the time to do what we have to do just so I can survive currently. But if I had millions, I'd put $1 million down and create. That's
another thing, though. They only listen to powerful people. If it's just an ordinary or an ordinary person like us, they'd just be like, I think it's just another person who's annoying. Next.
I think that's another problem, and that's from all the other individual problems, is that we don't have prominent role models like in America, where Dr. Dre can build iskole for the arts in the middle of a place like Kwamashu, Emlazi, which we have done, but because the government works the way it does, and they don't really come up with like a lot of dope stuff. Like we've got talented kids, left, right, and center. We should be exporting these kids to the world, but because the grassroots levels have been corrupted now, it's hard to do that.
Yeah.
So I'd say at the end of the day, we fix the individual problems like through some sort of social. Remember to give you an example. Remember when they wanted to remove Zuma and all the money started coming out of the woodworks and they created NPOs or about Section 27 and all of that. That's what we need, but it needs to be done by black people for black people, not through white money.
I just feel like it's very hectic, bruh. Like, this is a very sensitive topic also, because, I mean, it's been happening for some time, and yes, Yabo Manje, I feel like it's more powerful than what it was previous years, because this is not the first time people are going crazy on social media and like are angry that women are being raped. Because last year, if I remember correctly, there was a time where
women are being abducted.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it was the hype. It was hyped up. And then after that, it went silent. And
you really start to wonder, because this is done and it's fanned and it's flamed at the same time, because it sells newspapers, it pushes up ratings. Like, you need to understand that this stuff is gold as well for people in media. So it makes them a good 2 weeks of money for this story to be in the news as well. So you need to understand that even motives through what we consume is already messing us up. How the story is framed. I remember when Freesman's Fall was happening, I was watching 3 news channels and Twitter, and all of them had different versions of what was happening. On the ground, the students' version from a bunch of tweets tweeted out by students, E-News's versions protect. I remember they were about to start pulling away students at UCT, and the camera switches off. So sorry, we had a technical difficulty. No. I went online. You see what I'm saying? Like at that moment, so, and ETV is censored in Cape Town, so you can see what's happening.
Ay, bruh, it's really touchy. It's really touchy. And speaking about Unene, the girl that was killed, murdered by Uluyanda Puerta, she was just going to get her parcel. So now you can only imagine what we are not feeling safe, because just walking around is just like, someone is gonna just come out, jump down from a tree and attack me, So it's really it's not nice feeling like that. And also with Ayanda Ayaka Giana, she was killed by her stepdad with her 4 siblings.
Oh yeah, that's a chick that went to your former school, né?
Yeah.
That was sad, man.
When was it? On Thursday, we had to wear blazers to show our condolences and support to the family. And I mean, I'm so sad for her mother.
It is a lot to take in.
Bruh, losing one child is
traumatic enough, yeah.
4. All of your 4 kids, bruh. All of them. And I actually know a neighbor of theirs, and she was just like, I asked her, because I was just concerned, what type of a man was this guy? And she told me, she's like, that was the sweetest man ever. Like, he loved his kids. He did everything. He was just such a father. Like, he was a father. And I was just like shook. Uguti, a person is really weird. You just switch up when you're like, what's wrong? What's going in your head?
Look, we'll never really know the story without diving into what happened. And you'll find a lot of the time with this thing is it's mental illness, bro. Like how do you explain such a 360? And the crazy thing is with mental illness is it can lay dormant for decades, and then something makes it pop up. Like even weed, like if you have the dormant like mental illness psychosis, weed can actually pop that up. Like so it's scary to think. Yeah, well, when you hear that, I just got shivers. It's how he's so sweet, like that's crazy. That's like the complete opposite.
And the thing is, he had time because he killed the 3 kids first. Driving from a White Bank to a Pinetown Girls is like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You have time to think.
Premeditated.
What am I doing? Why am I doing this? And after that, he had time from Pinetown Girls to New Germany, which is another 15 to 20 minutes drive. And you hang the child in the bushes.
Jeez.
Like, bruh, I was just like freaked out.
Did he kill himself, that guy?
No, he was caught. Because after killing Ayaka, he went to Guatabeg, which is close to New Germany. And he was hiding in the bushes. So he was found sub 5 in the bushes. That's around Guatabeg again.
Yeah.
And like that shows, for me, it shows me what he was scared. He didn't know what he was doing, but it doesn't excuse the fact that he did it. I think he was just going through so much. It's like depression. You remember, Wuti, we actually analyzed the brain of a depressed person. I think that's exactly what happened to him, but it still doesn't excuse.
It doesn't. Nothing will ever excuse taking a life.
Bruh, I'm just so sad for that lady. And the thing is, I was so shook to a point where I would wake up in the middle of the night and think about that mother. I'm just like, damn. It's hectic, and it's just not getting any better. And also on other news, the xenophobic attacks. Yeah.
This is the longest social media segment we've ever had.
Actually, it is.
It was so.
It is, and it's so sad because it's not good news. It's bad
all
news.
negative. We have no good news.
Exactly. So it's just like, wow, guys, wow. So the xenophobic attacks, they've been happening. They started in Johannesburg, and in KZN, is Richards Bay part of KZN? No.
Richards Bay is an hour from here, Minnie. Maybe
it's
an hour
not.
and a half.
It's 2.5.
It's 1.5. That's
2.
max.
2. I went to Richards Bay and it took 3 hours.
What were you driving?
A Mazda.
I don't know.
And it's automatic.
Slow driver.
Okay, well, I wasn't driving.
How about no DJ, man? Shy. 1.2.
Anyway, but xenophobic attacks are like going crazy, and it was the first time actually seeing it happening in my hometown, Pinetown.
Did it? What?
Yeah, Pinetown. Apparently, it got really hectic. My mom called me when I was coming back from work. She's like, I'm like, no. She's like, okay, good. Just don't go there. I'm like, why? That's why they're attacking and they're spinning cars around. And, it's really hectic. It's really hectic. And apparently those videos that are being passed around, Ubuti, the foreign nationals are going to kill us slowly but surely, are fake. That's what they say. Mina, personally, what I think, I'm not for the attacking. But I just feel like something needs to be done by the government to not allow people that are living here illegally to stay. I'm not saying they must be attacked, but people should come to South Africa and live legally. Because when we're going to
it's a very sensitive topic because it's multi-layered. And at the same time, don't forget, with South Africa, these people that are running away from their home countries now, it was the opposite when South Africa was during apartheid. So we can't turn our backs on them automatically like that. Just based on Ubuntu that we practice in South Africa. We can't just... So there needs to be... Because we're trying to open up African borders where you don't need a passport to travel all over Africa. So for that to be met, that Africans need to be interbreeding in and out of South Africa. And I think what the government needs to do is just educate people about really these topics. The problem is as well about getting the government to educate these people is that they can shift the blame, because a lot of the stuff that they claim the foreigners are doing against them, our citizens, as South Africa, is that they're taking jobs, all of that.
I was about to say.
That's all governments should be speaking to businesses, should be creating those art centers. Those are jobs. Those are real jobs. Yeah. But they don't maintain the real things. They only maintain the money makers. So the things that could make money if you put money into them are not developed and created properly because of give money.
Yeah.
So it's a weird thing. It's a crazy thing.
I just hope it comes to an end because, well, we can't live like this. We can't live like this. At this point, you don't know if people are fighting because of abduction of women or xenophobia. It's a lot. I don't think
we're not together.
We're really not. But people were together on Twitter because
they weren't. People were attacking everybody who was saying something different from them. And it wasn't even like multi-layered. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you said that. And it would be like stuff like, I don't want to repeat anything because I'm going to get into the same situation where it's like, because I'm saying something with a different perspective, you get the right to call me a rape apologist. Like, you're dealing with one level people. Like, I'm trying to get into a multi-dimensional topic, and what the hell, bro? Like, this is serious.
But we are carrying on, and last week Friday, in the early hours of Friday, Robert Mugabe passed away, unfortunately. He was 95. Damn, nigga lived for a long time.
Yes.
And I remember you showing me a picture of him. I remember, and I was just like, this is not him.
Yeah, he was on his way out.
He was on his way out.
He was. You could see he was in a wheelchair. We'd never seen him in a wheelchair before.
But he was swagged up.
Yeah, his son had a basketball sponsorship apparently. Yeah, man. But Robert Mugabe, a complicated legacy that he'll have, because he did lead the liberation in Zimbabwe
for 30 years.
No, he led the liberation, like when they got the country back from the white people, and then he was a hero. But then when he became in charge, he started becoming dictatorish. So it's a very complicated.
He was like the new age Hitler.
Yeah, I mean, there's some of those things. Like, apparently there was like an operation to kill all of like a certain ethnic group. I don't know which one right now in Zimbabwe. So there's like stuff like that in his like closet. So it's a complicated legacy, but rest in peace to the most educated president the world had.
Robert Mugabe. I have slight good news on our socials. So the Ndlovu Youth Choir has made it through to the finals. This is America's Got Talent. Oof. So shout out to them. Someone was tweeting, "Uti, this is my favorite scam at the moment."
Yeah, I saw that tweet.
Why is it a scam? No.
I don't know. I didn't see the performance. I'll check
Because
it out.
you know why? Someone said they claimed they're from Limpopo, but they speak fluent English. They are just these perfect kids and are doing amazing. But shout out to those people, man, representing South Africa. And also on other news, there's a movie that's going to come out called Losing Lerato, which is going to be dropped on the 13th of September. So people are trying, well, there's a person who's trying to make a trend because apparently they do not have PR to do it. So
yeah, go see that movie and go see my friend Upra Zugo No Data has got a movie called Uncovered out in Ster-Kinekor and New Metro around the country and selected cinemas as well.
Really? In New Metro they have it?
Yeah.
I'll go watch it.
We should go watch it. We'll go on a movie date.
When? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go on a movie date with you.
Yes,
I hope you're not the type of person that speaks during the movie.
No, I'm not.
You better. Why don't I trust you?
No, I cater my
Why don't I
audience. I
trust
know,
you?
Guti, I'm gonna enjoy this movie and then we'll talk about it over lunch or supper.
Where's this person from?
Uzugo, he's from the Eastern Cape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he works here
We'll go watch it at PEV
at the pub.
and we'll see.
Hate
I hope
Pavilion.
I like it. What? We'll discuss that off air. And I have something that's funny actually. I'm trying to spice this thing up because we've had sad news. So, if your husband earns 15,000 and wife earns 27,000, the total earnings of the household is 15,000. End of story.
Oh,
Because the husband earns 15,000.
you see, it's so multi-layered because we can. I know. Ish.
Hayi cela abantu ngashuma is that's kuhola u15,000 kuloyo muzi ngoba ubaba walelo khaya earns 15,000.
Wow. What are you? That is disgusting.
I'm
woman.
just joking. I'm not like that. If my husband earns less than me, yeah, but if
that relationship won't last.
chances are that mine personally, if I earn more than my husband, my relationship would last.
I think so.
I know so. I know the type of person I am. I know how I was brought up.
You're so special, Minnie. That's why I love you.
Oh, thank you. So earning of your household will be 30,000. 50-50. Thank you very much.
15.
50-50.
Oh, so Zofago 15 wena.
Ngizofaka 15,000. Anginayo whole 15,000. Nami ngifaka 50,000. The rest of the money is mine. Me, myself, and I. Because at the end of the day, you can't spoil a man. Because a man needs to protect, provide, and lead. That's what he needs to do.
You're not a feminist, are you?
I never understood this feminist thing. I never
This is
understood.
why I love you again.
I'm a special case. I know I'm blonde. I just don't understand it, but I'm not even gonna go there. On other sad news, guys, I'm so sad.
Again.
Nicki Minaj is retiring.
Nicki Petsu. You want Nicki Minaj music? It's on Apple Music. Yeah, boy, Little Live a Life. But I have a feeling she'll be back.
She will be back. Well, she's planning on having a family. That's why she's planning on settling down, having a family because she doesn't have kids.
Who's a boring ghost?
And she'll come back better than ever.
Yeah, and Futsi, who's she's the cause we have gym, and then you go back to gym. We'll sushi.
Ayikho nje leyo nto. Mawungajimi uzobuya usuflopha flopping flapjack.
Well, it depends how well you gym the first time.
Oh well, ngoba wena uyabent. Yini benting?
No, that's your father.
Oh, he's also on that.
He was on that. He did the benting thing. I did the intermittent fasting.
It's diet, guys. Don't let them fool you. It's diet. But anyway, that was the longest social what's happening on the socials that we've ever had on our show. This is our 15th show, actually. Even my tongue. My tongue now is going to, because we've been speaking for a long time. So anyway, we are going to head over to the music and we're going to come back right here on Monday Mayhem. I do go by the name of Minnie Tusi and I'm going with Silo.
It's Kelpie Vibes.
Yeah. Baby, you know that I'm in a choco. Baby, you know that I'm in a choco. Baby, you know that I'm in a choco. Angelina, you the cool in my temperature. If you call, I go come deliver. I no go fall in your hand never. So now me you could love forever. I'm a cocky no feeble letter. I'm a Angelina, I'm a Angelina. Oh me all down. Anytime when I see you for the club or the television, your body. Sure you know say the thing when you carry 50 kill somebody. You know I feel a vibe, you feel a vibe, so baby whine about me. Yeah, and I know you shy, but it's cool when we're making love. On the low, 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 on the low. Angelina, you the cool in my temperature. If you call, I go come deliver. I no go fall in your hand never. So now me you could love forever. I'm a cocky no feeble letter. I'm a Angelina, I'm a Angelina. Oh no, so when I want to come out, make a signal you. Why you want to request on me like I interview? I'm tryna put the ring on your finger too. And be a better guy, me you could love forever. I'm a cocky no feeble letter. I'm a Angelina. I'm a Angelina. Josu.
Big Smosa.
All the shadows inside, it's dark as night. It's gonna turn out alright. Trust me, I know it's scary sometimes. You're stressed out, you can't sleep at night. Now you're wondering, when will it ever end? But it's only bridge over water if you believe me. Sing, oh yeah, sing, oh yeah, sing. Oh yeah, I said, look, it's only bridge over water if you believe me. Sing, oh yeah, sing, oh yeah, sing, oh yeah. Don't cry, it's gonna be alright. Da da dee da doo ah, here comes the sun. Sometimes we take the fall, thinking that there's nothing left. But see, you gotta be strong, oh, cause it's not over yet. So when it's misty and blue, the light will shine through. You're never alone, trust and keep moving on. It's only bridge over water if you believe me. Sing, oh yeah, sing, oh yeah, sing, oh yeah. Look, it's only bridge over water if you believe me. Sing, oh yeah, sing, oh yeah, sing, oh yeah. Don't cry, no. It's gonna be alright. Heartaches are over. Here comes the sun. Oh wow. Don't cry. It's gonna be alright. Heartaches are over. Here comes the sun. Bright.
What's up, everybody? It is your girl Minnie 2C, and you are tuned into radiodr.co.za.
We're about to reach the end of our show. Unfortunately, it's been a great show. A very sad one also because of all the gashibo when we are crying.
I'm crying.
I can't deal with you, actually. I really can't. You're so dramatic.
I did go to drama school.
Did you even do drama?
Doesn't matter. I still soaked in all the drama.
Oh wow, can't deal with you. Anyway, we are going to be talking about cool things happening in Durban this coming weekend. I know of one, and that's the only one I know of.
Spring break.
Yes, I've actually been to one.
Manzine.
It's actually quite nice, but it gets super packed.
Yeah, no.
Is it still by Ushaka?
I think it is.
Yeah.
It's a very nice venue.
It is a nice venue because we are tired of clubs. Yes, it's not apparently.
That was the nice thing about the events I went to last week.
What events did you go to last week?
This events for this new beer.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Man.
Oh, was it in Hillcrest?
It was in Zimbabwe. Secret location.
Okay. Now I know what you're talking about.
Yo,
I'm so
I haven't
sad
had such a good
couldn't
time
go
in a
there.
while. I was just looking at the water. It was so cool, you know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I had a bubblers.
Did you get like super lit though?
I couldn't get lit. I was working was shooting for the channel, and then I had the worst headache from the night before. I went out with Wobbly. Bad mistake.
Bad idea. Always a bad idea going out with a Wobbly. Shot after shot.
Dog, he's just
Wobbly
like,
and teabag. Shot
Nah,
after
yeah.
shot. Jaeger.
no, yeah. And then that was the last thing I remember. By the time we got to Kakasini, man, I was passed out, man. I was a drunk old guy in the club.
Shame on you.
It's Wobbly. Shame on Wobbly.
You. Shame on you too. God, how old are you?
I'm
You
too
can't be
old to
pointing.
be out in the club.
I can't deal
I
with
should have
you.
gone home, but my phone was dead. I couldn't Uber.
So much drama. You can't blame people. You need to blame yourself.
I blame Wobbly.
I can't deal. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning into the show. This is Monday Mayhem. It has been great. And if you do have any comments to share with us, do head over to www.radiodr.co.za and pass your comment right there. And we are always looking forward to hearing from you guys. And you could always go over to YouTube and listen to our show there, which is Deeply Rooted DBN.
Oh, you're getting tired. It took you forever.
I nearly struggled because I was like Radio DR. But anyway, yes, it's still the same thing. It is your girl Minnie 2C4 from me, rather. It has been real. I was waiting.
Gravity, take 100. Whoa. I bought the gang with me. Shit is euphoric, my body a Taurus, and I bought the clan with me. We in the scene like Adam Levine, and I got the bands with me. Rey Mysterio, top rope, she wanna hang with me. Told her she can't with me, cause I bought the gang with me. Shit is euphoric, my body a Taurus, and I bought the clan with me. We in the scene like Adam Levine, and I got the bands with me. Rey Mysterio, top rope, she wanna hang with me. Told her she can't with me. Boy too hot like chilies, like big racks and big titties. Shawty best friend like Lily, that's why we leaving in the jiffy. Shawty gon' pop a pill, pose for steals, stay with Copperfield. Tú tienes cangadas, tú tienes matas, tú tienes bomb, tú tienes matras.
These girls are acting slutty, tryna get some love from me. Pumping up my steeds, understand that you the realest. I can take this now, yeah, I won't stop it. I blessed it once or maybe twice that you can have it. Stunning on the system, boy, you can also do it.
Gas on E, drive on me. Fucking your beat, ain't got a title, we doing the deed. Ooh, yeah, nut on your sheets. Ooh, yeah, might pull up with beans. I bought the gang with me. Shit is euphoric, my body a Taurus, and I bought the clan with me. We in the scene like Adam Levine, and I got the bands with me. Rey Mysterio, top rope, she wanna hang with me. Told her she can't with me, cause I bought the gang with me. Shit is euphoric, my body a Taurus, and I bought the clan with me. We in the scene like Adam Levine, and I got the bands with me. Rey Mysterio, top rope, she wanna hang with me. Told her she can't.
Hey, they know who I am, they got my name at the entrance. They do. Everything is catered, I don't pay for no beverage. Niggas wanna beef, but I don't give them no leverage. They be in they feelings more than bitches that's pregnant. Came up out the gut, I'm a hood rat. Shawty throw it to me like a fullback. Went to the plug, got a drill pack. Flipped it and got me a full stack. Shawty a tourist. Shawty be chopping the purest. Shawty a thotty too hottie like Scotty and drip like she shopping in Europe.
I bought the gang with me. Shit is euphoric, my body a Taurus, and I bought the clan with me. We in the scene like Adam Levine, and I got the bands with me. Rey Mysterio, top rope, she wanna hang with me. Told her she can't with me, cause I bought the gang with me. Shit is euphoric, my body a Taurus, and I bought the clan with me. We in the scene like Adam Levine, and I got the bands with me. Rey Mysterio, top rope, she wanna hang with me. Told her she can't with me.
She wanna hang with me, tell her she can't with me, the better bitch I'm cool, and I make that big bass rule, big racks, big guap, big sacks, count that bad bitch, got that lavish, I want that
and I'm finna lace, I ain't finna chase, take her to my base, that be where she stay, bad bitch, yeah, lavish, yeah, bad bitch, clan, yeah.
What's up, everybody? It is your girl Minnie 2C, and you are tuned into radiodr.co.za.
Okay, sure. radiodr.co.za.